Blows, Brews, and Botches presents the Black History Month Spotlight. Ice Train. Harold Fitzgerald Hogue was born November 13, 1976, in Detroit, Michigan. He played football at Central State University in Ohio as a defensive tackle. Hogue was trained in his professional wrestling career by Dwayne Bruce and Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. Hogue began his wrestling career with World Championship Wrestling on July 7, 1993, under the ring name Ice Train, in a winning effort in a handicap match. He made his pay-per-view debut with WCW at the first ever Fall Brawl on September 19, 1993, where he defeated Shanghai Pierce. Then, at the following Halloween Havoc pay-per-view on October 24, 1993, Ice Train teamed with the Shockmaster and Charlie Norris to defeat legendary tag team Harlem Heat and the Equalizer. Ice Train was undefeated in this run with WCW until it was ended by Ron Simmons at Clash of the Champions 26 at the Centralplex in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. In 1994, Ice Train stepped away from WCW to join Catch Wrestling Association from 1994 to February 1996. During his time at the CWA, Ice Train won the Catch Cup 1995 tournament, defeating John Hawk. Upon returning to WCW on the Valentine's Day edition of WCW Saturday Night, Ice Train faced his future partner, Scott Norton, in a match that ended in a double countout after the men clotheslined each other. It was after the two men shook hands post-match. The legend Gene Okerlund stated that the two men would be a formidable tag team due to Ice Train and Scott Norton's similar size. The pair soon dubbed their team name Fire and Ice and rose to dominance in the tag division, making themselves legitimate contenders for the World Tag Team Championship. Fire and Ice went on to feud with the Steiner brothers up to the Great American Bash on June 16, 1996, where Fire and Ice fell short in a number one contendership to the tag titles. The team of Fire and Ice went on to feud with the Steiners until the team was booked into having a dissension storyline. This storyline came to a head at WCW Hog Wild 1996 when Scott Norton and Ice Train faced off in a submissions match where Norton won with an armbar. Ice Train did get a win back during Fall Brawl September 15, 1996, as he won with a full Nelson. Post Fire and Ice, Ice Train continued a singles run as the year 1996 went into 1997. Ice Train featured on World War III to no success. And back on the undercard, Ice Train gained the managerial services of the legend Theodore Long. This did not last long, as in 1997, Ice Train returned to CWA, where he competed in the International Catch Cup 1998. During the last years of WCW, Ice Train returned mid-2000s and became a member of the New Blood faction, receiving the name M.I. Smooth, and served as Commissioner Ernest the Cat Miller's limo driver. In 2001, Smooth had a minor feud with the late Canyon that was later unresolved with the purchase of WCW by the then World Wrestling Federation, which superseded all storylines. Years later, when asked why he never went to the WWF WWE, Hogue stated in an interview with Sportskeeda, quote, "I felt that it was just good to leave it alone because I didn't want to not ever love the business," unquote. Ice Train furthered in the conversation, quote, "Right now, I'm out of the business for 20 years, and I still love it, man. It's a great brotherhood, a great fraternity," unquote. Rather than making the jump to the WWF, WWE, Ice Train wound up embracing retirement instead. In 2019, at the age of 52, after his retirement, Ice Train returned to the ring one last time. After 18 years of inactivity, Ice Train performed in Hanover, Germany for European Wrestling Promotion, where he fought David Taylor on December 21st. The match ended in a no contest. Harold Hogue was born with a congenital heart disease, and on January 23rd, 2024, Hogue passed unexpectedly. He leaves behind his wife and 7 children. In honor of his passing, longtime friend and sometime opponent Diamond Dallas Page posted on his social media about his brother. Page also set up a GoFundMe for Hogue. Harold Hogue, or with his wrestling persona, Ice Train, was an impressive athlete on the field and in the ring. His run in WCW may have been forgotten, but for those who watched around the time, could not forget. From his singles run to his infamous tag team with Scott Norton, Hogue left an impression to the black wrestling community. Unfortunately, his time in wrestling, just like in life, was short. Yet we here at Bros, Brews, and Botches take time to honor his contributions to those athletes that came after who carry his same spirit. So today, it is our esteemed privilege to honor Harold Hogue, better known as Ice Train, during this Black History Month Spotlight.